Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the homestead. So I'm out here working in the garden today and it's getting really hot, so I'm going to take a bit of a break, and I thought I would use the opportunity to give you all a little bit of a tour around, show you everything I've got growing on. And you know, I haven't done that before, so I thought I'd give you kind of that nickel tour, I guess. Right? Let's start over here on the porch because we got a bunch of stuff in my little kind of nursery, you could call it. So let me spin the camera around, we'll take a look at that. All right, so today I got in a bunch of raspberries, a couple different varieties. And so that's what you see in the pots here. I would put them in the ground, but I'm taking off on Sunday on a vacation out to Colorado. And so I don't want to put them in the ground right now. So we'll just put them in this, let this be their new home for a little while until I get back and can get them put out into the ground. As we come along further over here, we'll see we got a bunch of stuff down here. So if we start right here, these are Okinawan spinach that are just got those in yesterday, and they are rooting out. We have some longevity spinach over here. We have some katuk cuttings that are about ready to go into the ground. We have a basil plant. Then here we have a couple of elderberries. There's a cranberry hibiscus. We have some roselles. Let's see, down here we have some Malabar spinach and some collards. Then we have some pineapple. We have some sweet potato cuttings that I'm working on another video. They'll be coming out shortly about those. You'll see those in that. Let's see, we have some Moringa. Those cuttings down there for the Moringa, they don't seem to be doing so well. This big one here seems to be doing pretty well so far. It's only been in there about maybe a week and a half or so. Let's head out to the other areas. Let's say hi to the fishies as we go by. Hi fishies. I know they're all hungry. You know, every time you walk by, they want to tell you how starving they are. All right, now, as we walk out here, we're gonna start by going down over there. So let me shut the camera off and I'll turn it back on when we get over there. All right, so these two trees here, that's an ice cream bean and that's a Carambola, starfruit. And this one has only been in the ground for about 3 months now. It seems to be really happy and loving this new spot. You'll see I got a little label down here, and that's because I have my brother-in-law and my nephew and my niece that come walking by here all the time, and they will pick stuff off of my trees to eat. And so this was just label. This labels will let them know what they're looking at. Of course, that doesn't have any of its bean pods on it yet. It's way too young, but it will eventually. Hey there, mister. Hey. This one here, Carambola, starfruit. This one I put in last year. Now the ground underneath of here is actually very kind of rocky. Not rocky per se, but shell, which when I put in my driveway over here, that was shell. A lot of that washed over here. And actually, I think we even had a big pile of shell sitting right here for a year or two. Excuse me, mister. What you doing? Where'd you just come back from?
Playing Fallout 4.
No, where'd you come from on your trip?
Oh, Michigan.
Yeah. You got to go up to Michigan for a little while.
And then Sunday we're going to Colorado.
Yeah, we are. Now this starfruit, well, I said it wasn't doing so hot when it first got in there. Took it a while, but I think it's pushed past the trouble spots and it seems to be much happier right now than it was before.
It's happy?
It's happy.
Where's the space on it?
Oh. All right, so we're gonna take a walk over there now. All right, now over here we have a couple of soursop trees, and these ones have also been in for about a year. I probably need to top them or something. I don't really know what the best thing to do with them is. They may also prefer a different spot where they're getting more sunlight than in this spot here. They didn't do so hot for me over the winter. They lost all of their leaves, and so they've gotten all their leaves back, but well, they certainly could be doing better. Now we got the start of our little food forest area, and so you can see where, so this, I used some of this edging around here. I got more edging laid out here and over there. I don't have these areas started with, I haven't actually gone in and put anything down to like, mulch and cardboard and all that stuff in these areas, which I did over here. Reason why is because I just wanted to make sure that this area was going to go well first before I start doing these. It's looking pretty good, so pretty soon I'll be doing these. Sorry to keep moving the camera back and forth on you. This edging, by the way, this stuff is excellent for if you want to make curves and stuff like that. If you want to make a straight line, it's not so great for that. Also, it doesn't really do well if you hit it with a mower or anything like that. It's pretty flimsy. It's the cheapest stuff you can get over at Home Depot or Lowe's, but for this purpose it works. The intention right here right now is to hold all of that back, keep that as my growing area. Out here, I want to try, I don't know how I'm going to do it, I want to try to get rid of the grass and put some other low growing ground cover in there with a clover or whatever it's going to be. But let's see what we got in here. So there's some ornamentals. This is a jaboticaba. Otherwise, these are some other ornamentals in here. And then we come over here and we have, this is some onion. These are green onions. Then here we have some garlic chive. There's a couple of peppers right there. Back here we have a katuk. There's another katuk over there, and there's another katuk back over there. There's some oregano, some marigolds, some more onions, some basil, which is all starting to lose its color. I actually just cropped those back quite a bit this morning. Hang on, I got a phone call coming in. I'm gonna have to hang up or take that call. Sorry for the interruption there, folks, but it's a good thing I took that call. I got some trees being delivered in a little bit. I got a persimmon tree, a longan, a loquat, and some other smaller plants. So awesome. All right, let's continue on here. We got, let's see, so that's the society garlic right there. There's another society garlic there. There's more onion and more basil, pepper, basil. Let's see, that one there is an elderberry. Back there is the other katuka I told you about. There's another oregano. We've got some lima beans. There's some other beans there. The lima beans are doing well over here. The other ones are not. The other ones were a lake bush bean. That's what they are. We got a little mulberry right here. And here we have a moringa that I just recently topped. It was falling over. I supported it. Talked to some folks on Facebook. I said it's getting really tall and skinny. It's not bushing out. They said top it. So that's what I did. I topped it. Let's see. We got a zucchini there. And more beans. Let's come around the back side. More beans. And then down here you're going to see cassava. So these cassava are just a couple of months old. I just put some more cassava in the ground yesterday. We'll have a video about that coming before too long. All right, there's cassava there. Another one there. There's another one there. A couple more there. Now, I didn't put any compost or anything like that down with this cassava. This was one again where I got it in and then I had to leave the very next day to head up to Michigan to a funeral. And so I just shoved it in the ground and it seems to be doing okay. It's a little bit troublesome with the grass growing around there. Not too bad, it doesn't grow too vigorously in this spot. But a couple times I've had to go in there and weed whack, get as close as I can, then go in by hand and just pull the grass up around it. Otherwise, seems to be doing okay. All right, let's continue on. So over here we have a peach. This peach is a Florida Prince peach. Just put this one in about 2 months ago. Seems to be very happy in this spot right here. There we have a macadamia. This is another spot that we'll be putting down cardboard and some soil and then some mulch and planting this one out. Over here we have a mango that I'm not for sure. This mango doesn't seem to be too happy here. Doesn't seem to love it so much because, again, it's been in there about a year. Hasn't really grown an inch since I put it in there. Maybe it's grown 1 inch. Here we have a couple of Barbados cherries. All right, love the Barbados cherry, tasty as can be. Here we have a strawberry tree, which has some ripe fruit on it right there. I can see calling my name. Go ahead and grab that off of there. Yes, love strawberry fruit. Here we got a bunch of mulch, a bunch of soil. Just topsoil, nothing special. That's for the lawn and for filling some low spots in. Let's go take a look over here. All right, over here by the house we have a couple of bananas. This is a Chiquita, and that's been in there, oh, I guess about 8 months or so, maybe closer to a year. It's not, this spot here doesn't get full all day sun. It gets basically from about 1 o'clock on. Pretty darn good sun for that period, but it's not all day full sun. Same thing with this one over here, which is supposed to be an ice cream banana. So we'll see if that's actually true, but I believe it is. Here in the pots, I just put those in here last week. We have some more of that roselle and some cranberry hibiscus. They're not doing super great over here. Well, this one's not anyways. This one seems to be doing okay over here. And then we have some cranberry hibiscus that I actually picked up from the nursery. The other ones there, I started myself. All right, let's move along over here. Okay, you've seen this patch in some other videos. This is my sweet potato patch that's doing really well. It's filling in just like I expected it to. And we just yesterday peeled back some more and put down another row, and I think probably after I get back from Colorado, we'll be peeling back and putting down another row. Over here we have some sunflower, which took the heads off of those not too long ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they're putting out some new heads. And we just put in some new babies down underneath to grow up some more sunflower. Over here we have blackberries. And we got while it doesn't look like it's too full, this is only its second year. We got a ton of berries off of these, and we got a whole bunch of new flowers that have come on. So I don't know if that means we're going to get another set of berries coming off of them. That'd be nice. So we've got this row here. We also have another row over there. Now these are the thornless variety, which is wonderful. You don't have to worry about being pricked by anything. I do have a couple of thorned varieties here. These are not loving this spot. They did not do so well here, but mainly that was came down to water. Their the little watering things, irrigation things, were actually shut off, so it wasn't getting any water for the last 14 months or so. So yeah, well, that would probably not do them very well, would it? Okay, let's move along over that way. On the way over here, I'll show you quickly my compost pile over there. That's a lazy composter, so I just throw stuff in there, and it's not hot composting, it's cold composting. It's just gonna take a long time, but that's fine with me. And it's just a ring of some fencing that I tied together with some wire. Once it gets filled up, and let it sit for a little while, then I'll take the wire cage off, move it over a few feet like I just did. You can see right there was where it was sitting, and then I flip it over into the new spot. Okay, as we come down this way, we'll come over here and we see along this bank here we have raspberry, another raspberry. I'm sorry, blueberry. Blueberries. This blueberry here has done okay. It's given me a fair bit of fruit, but not a ton. Come off of there. Certainly not a ton. Certainly I think the soil needs to be more acidic, and it's not. It's pretty much just right about even, neutral. Could probably use some acidification. That one over there has not given me a single fruit yet. Right here we have a lemon that's been doing very well since I put it in. It was maybe half that size when I put it in about 4 months ago. Here we have a Sternum Cherry, and there's another Sternum Cherry over there. I think I detest these things. They taste like turpentine, but a couple other people have eaten them and really liked them, so okay, I'll keep them in there for them. Here we have a pink guava, which I had to cut back quite severely recently because it was getting attacked, I believe probably by aphids, and then ants were coming in afterwards, and it was not doing well. So we cut it way back, we treated it with some neem, and it's coming back looking much better now. Let's see, over here we have some rosemary. This rosemary is on its second year. Doing very, very well. We have some pepper there, poblano pepper. Over here, there's some sweet potato remnants from last year that have continued themselves this year. We have a little lime tree that's not doing so well down there. In this raised bed, I'm not really actually intentionally growing anything right now. These are volunteers of sweet potatoes. And this is a volunteer Brussels sprout that I leave it here to gather these leaves off of because my fish like to eat those. Here we have some dwarf Cavendish banana, and we're actually getting our third banana set right now. We got 2 others before, so that's exciting. Here we have grapes. There are Muscadines, and we have a Concord Grape over there. And the Concord Grape doesn't have a lot of leaves on it because of my error. I came and trimmed off what I shouldn't have trimmed off at the end of last season. But this is their first season for fruiting, and let me tell you, these things are delicious. They have encouraged me to want to go ahead and grow more. So we will be putting in some more grapevines. Wow. They're so good. So for only their first season fruiting, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm very happy. And I can see the leaves are starting to turn here. Probably shouldn't eat while I'm filming, huh? So they're probably about done. But yeah, definitely a good decision putting those in. All right, let's head over that way. Okay, so this spot here and that spot there, I put these in as kind of a divider between my kind of kitchen garden area and what, the food forest area. That doesn't look like a food forest right now. It will in the future. And then, so this is just kind of a divider between the 2 spots. And we've got some comfrey growing down here. We have a miracle berry. We have some more oregano, a tea plant that doesn't seem to be doing real well. Longevity spinach. This is an ornamental here. This is a bird of paradise. And my intention here is that as this one and that one grow up, what they will do is they will fill in from each side up about 15, 20 foot high in the air. They'll create an archway. And that'll be cool. Over here, this is a passion fruit. We've got oregano, rosemary, there's some thyme, there's some sage. That basil does not love this spot at all. And here we have a whole bunch of sweet potato. If you saw the videos about those before, that's all from one sweet potato that I planted the slips out last season. Okay, now we come up into the kind of kitchen garden area, and this has been the bane of my existence this year. It really has. You can see that this is just like all grass. I'm about done, about giving up on the fight against the grass here, and we're going scorched earth style here. So you can see I've tilled all this up, and I'm gonna solarize it. What we're dealing with is Bermuda grass, and it's just coming in, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I've tried everything, and it's just taken over. So I've kind of given up fighting it, and that of course just makes it take over even more. So I'm scorching the earth here. I'm going to solarize it. I hate to do it because I know it's going to kill everything under all the beneficial bacteria and microbial life. But it's the only thing I can do to reclaim it, and then we'll have to figure out something to prevent it from coming back. Here we got a whole bunch of peppers. We got cayenne. Right, you can see a bunch of cayenne peppers there. These are ready to pick. We've also got paprika. So these ones here are paprika. So we've got a bunch of paprika, a bunch of cayenne. Then if we come around to the other side over here, this one is a banana pepper. It's actually on its second year. And these are a sweet banana pepper. Those are yummy. Then we've got more cayenne. That's some hot stuff, let me tell you. If you have never bit into a fresh cayenne pepper, they is hot. Then we got some Anaheim hot chilies down here. Okay, we got another poblano there. Over here, this garden area, we just harvested a whole bunch of potatoes out of here. So this is not really, I haven't planted anything new. We've got some things that are remaining here. Some little firecracker peppers there. There's, oh, what is that? That's the imitation sugar stuff, stevia, which is really sweet. If you ever chewed a stevia leaf, you should do it. It's very hot. Very hot, very sweet. These are just some weeds. We have some squash that's not doing so hot here. We have a bunch of onions that are probably getting close to being ready to pull up. More squash, more squash. Here you can see we're trying to fight that grass back, and so I just laid down a bunch of cardboard in the meantime. We're again gonna be scorching the earth here. Now right here, this is actually the last little bit of carrots that I left in the ground to let go to seed. They'll seed, from what I understand, in the second year. But it's pretty impressive if you get down in here and you look down here at the size of this carrots in here. There's one of them. Where can we see it? I don't know if you can see that thing. That thing is huge. It's sticking up out of the ground probably 6 inches. It's probably that big around. That's huge. But obviously wouldn't want to eat it at this point. So it's just an experiment. Over here we have a couple of new bananas I just picked up today. These are some Dwarf Namois. No, they're not. These are not Dwarf Namois. These are Grand Nines, Grand Nain, however you pronounce that. So those should be good. They're a little more cold hardy, I think, than the Cavendish. So hopefully we won't have as much damage in the winter with the Cavendish ones. They suffer a bit, but these ones should be a little bit more cold hardy. All right, guys, well, there goes the delivery guy. He just left, and he left me these trees. Let's check out what we got here. So this is a longan, and it has a ton of fruit on it right now, getting ready to ripen up. So I'm excited about that. Then we have a loquat here, which looks healthy. I like the way that it's pruned. Don't know, let's see if it says what kind of variety it does. It doesn't say. Oh, I'm sure it does here. Hang on, sorry. Gold nugget. It's a gold nugget. Here we have a persimmon that we laid down because it has so much fruit on it. It doesn't want to stand up very well on its own with a little bit of breeze it's knocking over, but got a ton of fruit on this guy. So this is cool. And we got a couple of blueberries and some more society garlic. So very cool. All right, well, I think that's gonna about do it. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks for joining me on this little tour. So, and just for a little background, this whole setup here is about 2 years old, but really only a few months old with the food forest thing going on. Some of these trees I put in, a year or so ago, but we didn't do the little food forest area over here until just a few months back. And well, I'll keep you updated as time goes by. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.